Pfizer says its early data shows that its experimental coronavirus vaccine is 90% effective.
It just might be the light at the end of the tunnel.
The Maryland company Moderna just released its preliminary findings about its vaccine candidate. The Gaithersburg company says that it's 94.5% effective.
How significant is that?
That would make it one of the most effective vaccines that we have for any disease.
Dr. David Diemert has developed vaccines for 20 years, but never at the pace of Operation Warp Speed.
An enormous amount of work.
So let's verify. Does fast-tracking COVID vaccines mean there are fewer safety measures? Our sources, the principal investigator at a vaccine trial site and 2 infectious disease experts working on the approval process. This modest trailer at George Washington University is one of nearly 100 test sites for Moderna's Phase 3 COVID vaccine trial. Dr. Diemert is the principal investigator here.
Are the safety measures with this trial any different than trials in the past?
No. In fact, we probably are doing more.
Do you want to sit back or you're okay?
Moderna's trial has more than 30,000 volunteers. Half are getting the vaccine, the other half get a placebo. Patients fill out an electronic diary, which flags any symptoms or side effects.
Hi, this is Hira calling from the GW Medical Faculty Associates.
And clinic staff call patients on a weekly basis.
You have a moment for your safety call?
It's all standard practice.
We're meticulously documenting everything that happens to the participants in this study.
And so is a data and safety monitoring board. They're independent groups of experts that oversee vaccine trials and can shut them down over safety concerns.
I've been on such committees. They work independent of the company. They look at the data. The company may not look at it.
Dr. William Schaffner is an infectious disease specialist that works with the CDC Advisory Committee.
People can trust that safety measures were not cut.
But the vaccine approval process looks different. In the coming weeks, companies will be requesting emergency use authorization from the FDA and their Vaccines and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee, or VRBPAC.
Vaccines usually do not come in for emergency use authorization.
Dr. Arnold Monto is VRBPAC's acting chair.
We vote on whether we believe that the vaccine is effective and safe.
And the FDA usually takes that advice?
The FDA usually takes that advice.
Since they're asking for emergency use, companies only have to show 2 months of data for half of their patients, a much shorter time than most trials. So Dr. Monto has 2 concerns. First, immunity from a vaccine may not last. And second, a rare side effect like enhanced respiratory disease or an autoimmune disease may not be seen in patients for months.
We need to watch for that, be ready to detect it, and it's hard to predict before you see the data.
Lymph in your neck and under your arms. Okay.
Moderna's trial will keep monitoring patients for 2 years, and a vaccine could get pulled if concerns come up.
Do you see any red flags at this point?
Not so far. Not so far.
So we can verify, no, COVID vaccine trials are not cutting safety measures, but emergency authorization comes with inherent risk.
We'd like to spare as many lives as possible.
Our experts argue it's likely worth it.
Do you wait for all of that information, which may take months and months more, while all these people are dying?
Individuals need to look at their risk, look at how they would be benefited by getting a preventive and make a decision.
If you qualify for the first batch that's released to the public, would you take the vaccine?
100%.
With your Verify, I'm Gabe Cohen.